What is up, savages? Hope everyone is doing well and having a good day. If you've been watching my channel at all, you know that I'm a big supporter of privacy coins, and one of those projects is Swap. And they have a really cool feature of being able to mine on a micro pool that you run at your local, on your local network. And there's a lot of benefits to it. It's super neat, and that's what we're going to look at. And I've never had it set up using Hashrate OS, but that's what we're going to use. We're going to try to use. So this is, I haven't prepared, so anything could happen. You know, I don't know if it's going to work perfectly or not, but that's what this is all about, is troubleshooting and figuring out and making things work. So that's what we're going to look at. Let's get after it. So Swap is a coin based on peer-reviewed and approved technologies, focused on being a miner's coin, a proof-of-work coin, and always being decentralized, efficient, and stable. It uses the CryptoNote protocol for transactions and their own Kukuru proof-of-work algorithm C29S, Kukuru 29S, both of which have been reviewed extensively by the community. It's considered a hybrid coin focused on privacy and no nonsense that's just over 1 year old. No BS is their motto. It's a quad zip coin, I like to call them, where there's no pre-mine, no ICO, no founders or dev fee. And here's an article. This is just a little information about Swap here ahead of time in case you're not familiar with it. Here's a Q&A by Mr. Backwards done with the founder and dev, Sebastian Green, back in June of 2019. It's a good read, and it gives some insight into the thought processes and goals of the Swap project as a whole. Some key features discussed in the Q&A are the 15-second block times and the extremely fast share validation. These features offer an extremely smooth and fast network. This fast validation enabled with the C29S algo allows for small pools to be competitive and hit frequent blocks. All these factors led to the development of the micropool by core dev Seb Green that allows you to easily set up your own pool to mine to. Plus, your transaction should be fully confirmed in just under, or in about 2.5 minutes. Now you'll see the transaction on the network within 15 seconds, but it won't be fully confirmed for another couple minutes. And that means that there are around 5,600 blocks per day, which means basically every miner can find blocks every day. When I was mining Swap with a 6 GPU NVIDIA rig last year, I was hitting 20-25 blocks a day. So it's pretty beneficial to be able to run your own pool. It's kind of a neat aspect of this project. And as far as the roadmap and things like that, things that they have coming up for the project, they don't necessarily like the term roadmap because they feel like it's a little bit misleading, because you know, you can mislead the public and investors. And you know, I can't say that I completely disagree with that. You see a lot of projects misleading. They do have a very significant item on their milestones though, and that is atomic swaps. So let me head over to, let me see if I can get there real quick. Yeah, see, even on their website they actually call it milestones. So if you click on milestones, you can see that one of them is the atomic swaps somewhere on here. Here we go. You know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm also a big fan of atomic swaps. They are revolutionary in my opinion. In a nutshell, they use HTLCs or hash time lock contracts to ensure the trustless completion of a value transfer of one crypto to another, as long as the two currencies use the same hash function, like SHA-256, Blake2S, whatever. Swap is looking at doing atomic swaps using the Lightning Network, and this will allow them to swap with Bitcoin, Litecoin, and other crypto also using the Lightning Network. So I think that that is a significant feature as well. Another reason that I kind of keep my eye on Swap in general. They do also have, you can see down here that they do have moving to ASICs in their milestones, but they're not going to do that until they feel like the ASIC manufacturers and hardware are decentralized and available to all on an even playing field, which honestly may never happen, right? Now that we've covered what Swap is and how a micropool can actually work on Swap, mining Swap, we're going to focus on setting up the micropool and using Hashrate OS to mine Swap on it. But as miners, let's think for a moment about the benefits of having and running our own pool and not have to rely on a third party, a third party pool. If you think about what you're doing, you're basically doing a no fee, no hash power skimming, almost zero ping time because it's on your own network. This means less stale or rejected shares. Basically, all the work that's done is acceptable shares, and even small amounts of hash power can find blocks, every day. Another really awesome thing to think about is how mining to your own pool decentralizes the network even further. Basically, taking things all the way back to when there were no pools at all, and all the work was done solo mining. So the key components to the Swap micropool are the Swap D, the Swap daemon itself, and the micropool executable. You must have a fully synced Swap D before attempting to mine using the micropool. This makes a lot of sense if you think about it, what you're doing on the blockchain with a micropool. If you aren't 100% synced with the network, then how could you submit work performed on new blocks, and how would you even know about the new blocks if you weren't synced, right? So Swap D is downloaded with the Swap wallet. So if you have the wallet itself, it's actually downloaded with it. It's part of the wallet. Even the GUI wallet has the Swap daemon in there. And this video is going to assume that you already have a Swap wallet address to mine to, and you have a GPU rig running Hashrate OS. And if you don't, then you can get there pretty easily if you go to Red Panda Mining's website or his channel. His most recent video as of the filming of this video was about Hashrate and how to set it up. It's really good. It shows like a little bit of troubleshooting in there, so it is it's real-time stuff, which makes a lot of sense, and it shows how to get it up and running. I also have several videos on Hashrate OS, how to install it, get it up and running, and configurations and stuff like that on my channel as well. So there is some content out there available if you're looking at setting up Hashrate OS. Alright, so let's get back to what we were trying to do here. I have not set up micropool on Swap for quite some time. I think the last time I did it was sometime at the end of last year. I have a new PC now, so I don't have micropool settings or anything like that. I don't have it set up. I haven't downloaded it yet. I like to run the portable one, which is not installed, right? It's just an executable that you just double click on it and run it. And I think that's probably the way that we'll go about this tonight as well. So the first thing you would do is you need to, besides having the address that you're going to mine to, and besides knowing or having a GPU rig running the Hashrate OS in this case, you also have to have a Windows 10 computer that can be left on, powered on during the duration of the mining operations that's going to actually run the micropool, right? So let's see here. The first thing you'll do is download the micropool executable from swap-dev/micropool-GUI/releases. This is the location on GitHub. So you'll want to get here off of their website though. So just go to their website, go to get started, I think, and then pools, and then micro pool right here. And then they have, it looks like they have a guide here as well. Let me open that in a new window. I don't think I've ever seen this. Oh, maybe I have. Alright, cool. It looks like they've got a lot of good information here. How-to guide. Maybe I have seen that, but it's been a while. Alright, so we're going to go to latest release. We're going to download the portable version. It doesn't get installed or anything, it just runs. We're going to go to save it in downloads. I'm actually going to move it because I am going to use it myself here. So I'm going to move it to, we'll just move it over here to the swap wallet folder for now. And inside of the swap wallet folder, remember I was saying the swap D needed to be running as well, and it has to be fully synced. In this case, my swap GUI wallet is here. It is the latest version. You can see I just recently updated it, and we went to, I did a video on that as well, so you can check that out. But inside of that same folder is the swap D, or the daemon. I'm going to double click on that. I did get it synced earlier, so it shouldn't take too long. Oh wow, that's pretty fast for it to be synced. So once you get this green synchronized okay, you are good to go with starting the micro pool. So let's go back out to where we have it. Here's the executable. I'm just going to double click on it and get our little warnings that we're familiar with as crypto miners. And then it's going to open up and look like this. All right. So what we need here is we need an address. So let's go and get, I think I probably have it right here. Yeah. Doesn't really matter for the video. Just put an address in here. So I'm Control V. Once I got it copied, I just press Control V because you can't right click inside of this space here. But Control V will still get you there. The host, the daemon host, you see how it pre-fills some information for you. This is the address of the machine that's going to be running micropool. No, running the daemon. I'm sorry. Yeah, that didn't make much sense. Yeah, running the daemon. So it could be another machine on your network or another network, but you have to put in the IP address of the machine running the daemon here. And in this case, it is my local machine here. I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100% sure at the moment. All right, so it is. And if you just go to IP config, go to a command prompt and type in IP config, you can get this information for your machine. And let's see here, we have the tabs, so that's good. New version. I think that's all we need for the swap micropool setup. I think that's it. So now we need to go, we need to document this. We need our remember 14650, or we can come back here of course. But we need to have this for the pool setup in Hashrate OS. So let's head over to Hashrate OS. And you can see here I'm actively mining Arrow still. But in this case, we need to come down to, I mean, again, we already have an address in here, a swap wallet, XWP wallet. So you would have to definitely add that before you can set it up. But I'm assuming, you know, this video assumes that you already have this. If you needed to add it, you would just add it to an existing wallet if you wanted to. Let's go edit. I can just show you. We're gonna have to come in here anyway because we have to set up the pool and stuff. Go down here like this. So you would just add this, and you can see I'm using their official pool. So cancel that. We are going to have to go, because we're going to be using our very own pool running on our own local network, then we have to go to custom mining. So you click on custom mining in the left, and then you click on pools. And again, I haven't done this. I haven't tested this, so this should be interesting. We're going to click on Add. Pool name, we will call it Swap Micropool. Some of this stuff is just default. I think that if you click on Help over here, it can kind of walk you through some of this. I think in this case, I'm going to put template will be a wallet for that. Coin will be XWP. Actually, it'll be swap. It doesn't find it by the ticker. Pool mode, default. Connection type, default. And then we will add a new URL. And this is where you would put in your IP address of the computer that's running the micropool. Then you also have to put the port, so a colon and then the port, and you can see that down here. So we need to go back to here. It's 14650. So we're going to put 14650 after that. Save. Okay, so it did add it. Very good. Looks pretty good to me. Then we will go to the dashboard. We need to go into mining, so we're going to put a check mark there, go to action, mining. Are you sure you want to change it? Yes, okay. And we're going to choose swap. And then the miner is here. Let's see. I feel like we're, oh, you know what? Yeah, see, I got kind of ahead there. So if we go back to wallets, we need to go back to wallets and we need to set up the pool on here. We're going to go edit. Let me go back over here. We're going to go to wallets and then we're going to click on edit on the one that has XWP. You can see I've got mine separated out by desktop QT type wallets and then something in ZELCORE, right? So I have, you know, ZELCORE is a desktop wallet also, but it has a lot of assets in it, so I have it separated out like that. We're going to click on edit. On swap, we're going to click on edit. And then which pool? We're going to choose swap micropool. And wallet, looks like we have to add that back in there. Control C, right click paste. And we'll use Gminer still. I don't think there's a newer one. Oh, there is, Gminer 196. We'll do that as well. Alright, so that is what my setup looks like. I'm going to click save. Then we'll go back to dashboard. Put a check mark next to the rig. Go to action. Mining. Okay. Technically, I should probably pause mining. I'm gonna try to break it here. So go to swap. 196 miner. Apply to all. You can see it takes the miner offline. Then while we're waiting, I mean, we can kind of see, hopefully we can see what's going on if we go to the, oh wow, it already came up actually. I was going to go to the console. It's still a good idea to go to the console and check out what exactly is going on. If you come over here and just go to miner-show, okay, so I think what's happening is my firewall is probably blocking it. Not showing up over here as a worker. All right, so we need to let the micropool, we need to open up this port on the firewall or swap D. No. Yeah, for micropool. I think that's what we'll call it, as micropool, not swap D. All right, let's see. So I'm just going to go to my settings over here on Windows, type in firewall, go to Windows Defender Firewall. Let's see here, make sure I'm not going to show anything crazy. So all I did was I clicked in the search, type here to search and hit firewall, and then clicked on the very top result. And then we're going to choose allow an app or a feature through Defender. We'll allow another app. And we have to go and say, all right, I'm going to navigate to where the swap pool executable is, right? So where I drop that, that's where I'm going to go to. Because we need to double click on the executable to hopefully allow that through. Alright, so then we're going to go OK here, get out of here. Let's see if that changes anything. And it did not. But I think, let's, before we get to, or I think we might need to restart the pool. So I'm going to do that. Out of there. Yeah, see, it does save the, but you see now that's actually a new symptom. It says connection refused. Before it wasn't doing any of that. So it looks like, okay, so 19950 is the daemon, right? Yeah, see right here, daemon port. So we probably have to let that through the firewall as well. Let's do that. It's already in there. Well, that would kind of make sense because it was syncing, so. Okay, well, let's reference their instructions here. See what we did, see what I'm missing here. See right here it says connect econ refuse 19950 is indicating that the daemon is likely not synced to the network, but you can see that it is. So let's go ahead and let's restart the daemon as well. I think I recall having to do this, like it seemed like there were a lot of restarts required to get things up and running right. Now, normally by now it would have came up and said that it was synchronized. I mean, it does say right here, but it doesn't have the green. Okay, so it says we're synchronized. Alright, so I think we're good. Now we need to launch the micropool again. It still has that connection refused. Oh, you know what? I think that's what... Yeah, I messed that up. I think that's what we have to have in there. Let's go ahead and... We might not even have to restart. Let's see here. So this is good that you see, you know, new block in here. Okay, and it's not refusing the connection any longer. So now let's go to Hashrate OS and see what it is doing. Okay, it looks like it's restarting, probably because of all the errors, maybe. Yeah, minor restart limit reached. See, this is real-time stuff. Have to wait on the rig to reboot and everything. Unedited. Real time. It says it's online, but I'm not seeing that indication. There we go. Alright, so now we can go to console. Alright, still has connection timed out. Doesn't show the worker here. Still feels like it's a firewall situation here. Let's see. Let's turn off firewall. To close the micro pool, close the daemon, go ahead and pause the rig. Okay. Let me launch the daemon first. Yeah, see, this is what I didn't see last time that I'm used to seeing. And it seems like whenever that comes up like that, then it tends to want to work after that, but we'll see what happens here. I'm going to go ahead and create a shortcut to put it out here. Alright, so let's launch the micro pool. That looks completely normal. Now we will start the rig. And boom, we've got a worker 1. Alright, so that's awesome. And we're getting shares, and we show the worker here. And it's also going to show you whenever you find blocks too. So that is really cool. It's got a share count here, your graphs per second here, and that should match pretty closely with, you know, with what you're seeing over here on the. Actually, it's actually showing a lot more, but the miner should catch up. They'll probably equal out at some point. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, what I've noticed, and I kind of alluded to that whenever I first fired this up, I was looking for this. I was really looking for that synchronized OK, because it seems like every time it doesn't do that, that I have the problem that we were experiencing. I do recall that on, you know, the last time I did try to use the micropool, and the last time I was using it. I recall that now, you know, having gone through it again, I remembered it. Yeah, we are up and running here. You hear the rig firing up a little harder, so here. We'll clear this out. Let it run for a minute and see if, you know, there's any errors or anything. I don't think that there will be, but. Now I did have the firewall off, so let's see. I'm going to turn it back on. So now it's back on. Let's see if it breaks it. Yep, it did. Okay. So we probably just have. I mean, I know I added that in there. Let's see here. Can't remember the name of it now. It was micro pool, I think. Small. I don't remember the name of the actual executable or how I put it in here. It doesn't start with swap. Right, let's just allow another app. Let me go and see if I can find it again. I know you can't see what I'm doing here, but so it's a minimal swap pool is the name of it. Kind of funny. A minimal swap pool. There we go. It does seem like maybe there is something else being blocked though, for sure. All right. Close this. All right, so now the firewall is actually on. You can see right here. And the only thing I did was, I guess what I probably could have done is just deleted that entry for a minimal swap pool or whatever the name of it was in your firewall settings. Let me show you here. It looks like, yeah, a minimal swap pool. So all I did, you could probably delete it and then re-add it, and it would, because the second time that I did that, it came up and asked, you saw it ask to, well actually I don't think you saw it, but it asked to get through the firewall again, and you just click allow, and then it started working again. So yeah, it's a little, it seems like it's a little quirky, a little finicky between the pool and, you know, shutting it down and allowing it through the firewall and all that stuff. I would just encourage you to kind of keep shutting it down and restarting the pool and the daemon. But I think the daemon is good. Once you see that synchronized okay, I would say that this is fine, and you don't have to keep shutting it down. But definitely keep restarting the pool with any changes that you make. Let's see if they reference any of the stuff in their instructions over here. Yeah, I mean right here it talks about closing it. It doesn't have a lot of, it doesn't have anything about the firewall. It might talk about it, but it doesn't have like screenshots or anything. All right, so I'm gonna let this run for a while, see if we hit a block or anything. Current block rewards are, I think, 2.5 swap, I believe. Yeah, 2.4. And you know, given all the technologies with the algorithm and the 15-second block times that we were talking about earlier, it's not unlikely that we will hit blocks, right? With this, even a little 6 GPU 10 series rig that we've got here. So, all right, so this was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but you know, we ran into a little bit of a problem. I had to work through it, so that was a lot of fun. So this is a premiere, I think. So this will be, I'll probably post this on Monday. So I will see you tonight on the live stream at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yep. Stay savage, everybody.